Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to watch another webisode of Discovery with me, Glory. This vlog thing, I'm respecting people that do it. It's tough. You guys are just watching, you don't know. Right now as I'm here, I'm tired to the bone, but I have to keep on pushing. Anyway. Thank you so much for all your comments. They've been really encouraging. Please continue to leave more comments and continue to send your emails. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's a bit kind of left field, mago kind of thing. So for a long time, this is a few years ago, I used to pray a lot for more friends. I kind of felt empty, like I didn't have enough friends. I wanted my phone to always be buzzing, BBM messages, all of that. And so I used to pray, Lord, give me more friends, give me more social circles, more social networks. And then I realized that maybe the reason why I felt that kind of emptiness in terms of friendships was because I probably wasn't being a really good friend to the ones I had. That's why they weren't calling me as much. So I decided I was going to try and be a better friend. So today I want to share with you some of the ways I tried and I'm still trying to be a better friend, because obviously I don't get it right all the time, right? So the first thing I learned with friendship is you have to be there. Full stop. Now, sometimes it would mean buying that ticket to go to a faraway land for that friend's wedding. Even when you are wondering, girl, can't you just marry in Nigeria? What's wrong with marrying in Nigeria? Sometimes friendship is about just being there, not asking that question that you're like, but why are you doing this thing like this now? Sometimes it's just about being there. And a vital step, taking it further, is accepting the person for who he or she is, or for whom he or she is, whatever the English is. You shall get me. Because if you don't accept someone, you can't actually be their friend. The truth is that I think human beings, in general, we are flawed. Everybody has that imperfect nature. And they are just human beings. Let's face it, we are all a little irritating in one way or the other. But if you accept somebody, then you are able to be there for them as a friend. Just show up. No matter what it takes, just show up. I think when you're able to do that, the second thing is listen. Be a listener. I think so many times we are interested in talking and being heard. We actually don't listen enough. And if you listened enough, you'll probably be able to hear when your friend actually needs help. The third thing I learned was not to project my insecurities on my friendships. So what does that mean? So for example, maybe I feel like my friend, she's not doing stuff, she's not being smart, she's not being sharp. And maybe before, it was something I used to feel about myself. So I just go to her, babe, you're not being sharp. You need to do it like this. You need to do it like that. You need to do it like that, And you're giving credit. Maybe in your heart, you think you're coming from a good place. But the truth is that nobody likes criticism. So if you want that person to remain in your life, you have to find a tactful way of passing across a message. So, for example, I had this friend, and this was a while ago. At most times, she didn't smell so fresh, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, but then it was a case of like, okay, so how do I tell my girl that, Omo, you need to stash up on the deodorants and all of that? At first, everybody kind of knew, and we were all her friends, and nobody would say anything. And then we would talk about it behind her. That's another thing. Like, if you're a group of friends, don't go and be talking. Let's say you are 4 of you now will go and be talking about the other person when the person is not there. If there's something wrong that person is doing, speak to the person. Anyway, I'll get to that point. So what I now did was, because it got to a point that guys were now talking about it, and it was becoming embarrassing, and they would say it and everybody would be laughing. So I called her and I was like, babe, this is the situation on ground though. Like, XYZ, we need to step up on this freshness thing, XYZ. And, I told her, this is what I use, this is what I did, blah, 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 blah. And she was actually very grateful because she actually didn't know, So for me, I think sometimes about being a friend, you have to find a tactful way to tell a friend something. So if you feel like maybe that girl, she's with this guy, it's not working, find a tactful way. Don't go and tell her like, babe, your guy is a douchebag, he's XYZ, he's XYZ. Nobody wants to hear negative things about themselves. So you have to find a tactful way to pass on a message. That brings me back to the other point I was trying to say before. No gossiping. Girls, I don't know, I'm not a guy, so I don't know, but I think girls, we do this a lot. So you're a group of friends and one person is maybe she's not really doing well, sha. So the other group, people now decide that at her back, you will say things about her, but in front of her, nobody actually tells her. I think that one thing about friendship is that you should be, honesty in friendship is key. Like, if you're not honest with your friend, then maybe you need to check your own honesty level as a person in general. I think that, you should be able to tell your friend when they've stepped out of line. Obviously, be polite, be tactful, don't try and hurt her feelings. But when something needs to be said, I think you should say it. Another thing is, I know that right now, like in the world, trust sometimes is not something that is easily gotten, and sometimes it's quite easily betrayed. But I think if you want to develop friendships, you have to share part of your life with people. You have to open up parts of yourself. You have to let them see you when you're down and be honest. Like, the other day I was having a crisis of confidence, man. I was not feeling too great. And I called up my girl and I was like, babe, this is going to sound weird, but this is how I'm feeling. And she was like, you're human. And she spoke to me, and, I would do the same thing for her. So I think maybe today, just try and be a better friend. Like, is there a friend of yours that you haven't spoken to in a long time? Just call her. I know we are all so busy. Like, there's so many friends that I've lost through this thing called busyness. Busyness doing nothing. You now make the money, nobody will come for your party. Nobody will call you. What's now the point? Do you understand? So, like, I think, I think we need to appreciate the people that are in our lives now, because not even about not knowing tomorrow, but because we just need to show each other some love sometime. So if you haven't heard from a friend in a long time, or you're the one that has been buried under work, reach out to your friends today. Reach out to somebody. Tell them hello. Tell them you miss them. And all that nice stuff. So, are you a good friend? Tell me, are you a good friend? If you are, tell me how you're a good friend in the comment section. If you think that maybe you've been slipping on the friendship thing, tell us, why don't you share some tips about how you're going to step up your friendship game in the next few weeks. So don't forget, you can leave your comments in the comment section. You can also email me on glory@inspiredbyglory.com. You can also check out our blog on inspiredbyglory.com. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, 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 Inspired by Glory. Until next time, it's me on Discovery. Bye-bye.